He planned to escape to Niger. Then Omokri reviews why Tinubu should probe Buhari and his cabals. Hey, this guy don't they put in hand for where he go hook him now. I think he thinks he's smart, but the way he's going, you know, the way he's going, he's going to talk himself into a problem as well. Because Tinubu said he will continue from where Buhari stopped. So how can Tinubu that wants or is continuing from where Buhari stopped be able to probe Buhari? They can't, because they are based on the same feather, from the same party, and the same thing. And that is what we are seeing now. Buhari damaged Nigerian economy, and Tinubu just continued from where Buhari stopped. So there's no need to push Tinubu to go and probe Buhari, because it's not going to work. But again, let's dive into the details and see what Omokri is saying. He goes back and forth like pendulum, very unstable. So PDP chieftain Reno Omokri had disclosed that former President Buhari has a lot of explanations to give regarding the situation of how he met the Naira and how he left it. So according to the former presidential AD, Buhari came into power very poor, but drained the country's reserve and left Nigeria destitute. Omokri maintained that the former president spent most of his borrowed funds in Niger Republic, where he planned to retire, but is now stuck in Nigeria. Reno Omokri, an AD to former President Goodluck Jonathan, has reviewed how the Nigerian economy was brought down to its lowest under the immediate past president, Muhammadu Buhari. We know that this guy cannot go to Niger because right now the border is blocked, and the military junta will not let him come in again. The Niger is blocked completely right now. So the chieftain of the People Democratic Party, in a series of tweets posted on his X page, formerly Twitter, on Saturday, October 21, claimed Buhari destroyed the Nigerian currency and planned to escape to the Niger Republic. He noted that the political crisis in Niger led to Buhari's change of heart as he finally retired to his home state in Katsina State. Okay, Omokri claimed further that when Buhari needed foreign exchange, he mortgaged Nigeria's reserves. Okay, so why Tinubu should probe Buhari, Omokri continued to explain. The former AD and renowned critic has urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to probe Buhari and his cabals, just as he is probing the CBN under Godwin Emefiele. According to Omokri, Buhari came into power and met Nigeria rich, and then went out of office rich and left Nigeria destitute. That is what he's trying to say here. So he went further to say that, to say that we'll have less than $4 billion in actual reserves. Then he started collecting money upfront for future oil sales in highly controversial crude swap deals. Almost 5 months after he left office, Nigeria is not making money from crude oil sales because Buhari collected the funds upfront. Not only did Buhari borrow more than every prime minister, military head of state, and president before him combined, the annoying thing is that he spent much of those borrowed funds in Niger Republic. He sees himself as a Nigerian because his father came from Niger, hoping to retire there. But now, with the coup in Niger, he is stuck in Nigeria. Where is his ministers of finance? It is said she had fled if another party had won the Nigerian election 2023. There is no way Buhari would have escaped prison. Now, what he did was utterly criminal. He came into power poor, met Nigeria rich, he went out of office rich and left Nigeria destitute. Just as Tinubu is probing the CBN, he ought to also probe Buhari and his cabal. So that is exactly what Reno Omokri is trying to say. But the truth remains that Tinubu cannot probe Buhari. And today, what Tinubu is doing is also even worse than what Buhari has done. All the economic decisions Tinubu has made are all putting Nigeria in a very bad situation as we speak. So it's quite an unfortunate situation that we're finding ourselves in Nigeria today, because all the leaders are bad. So the PDP chieftain on Friday, October 20, claimed former President Buhari destroyed the Naira. Omokri noted that the Buhari regime did credit swaps for further sales, noting that they already collected money in advance from the oil we are selling today and for the rest of this year ahead of time and spent it. Okay, so the court has ordered the President Tinubu to probe Buhari's government, orders over 5 billion naira Abacha loot. Can you imagine? So that is another case that SERAP also instituted against Buhari's government. So in another similar development, the Federal High Court in Abuja ruled in favor of the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project SERAP, ordering the government of President Bola Tinubu to disclose the spending details of approximately $5 billion Abacha loot that Nigeria received. So the court further demanded transparency regarding the exact amount of money stolen by General Sani Abacha from Nigeria, the total amount of Abacha loot recovered, and all agreements made by former President Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, Jonathan, and Buhari, all put together. Now, wow, you think they will obey that court order? I'm scared, I'm afraid, if they will obey that court order. Okay. So we've got a few comments here. Somebody said, this is the first time that Omokri is saying something reasonable. He made a sensible point without mentioning Obi's name. Abi, the guy is going back and forth. He can't mention Obi's name again because probably Obi's name is not moving market again for him. Now he has to look for somewhere else. He makes his money from social media. Okay, the guy is unstable. I will not be surprised if he comes back tomorrow to start attacking Obi and it will be the movement. So don't trust him. Okay. Someone said you can't castigate Buhari APC for the locust years and agree that Tinubu won that last election under the same APC in the same breath. It cannot work now because they are both the same and the same. Okay, APC, Buhari, Tinubu are all the same. So Tinubu cannot castigate Buhari. You cannot castigate Buhari and leave Tinubu under the same APC. It not go work. And so somebody says, so what of the man that took petrol to 600 naira, which is Tinubu himself? Okay, we need to also understand what he's doing. It should be proved. God help our beautiful country, where that's in a neutral mood. And somebody say, you are an idiotic Reno. Don't you know Bubu paved way for Tinubu? Yes, notice me Omokri. That is what he is. Tinubu should, in the first place, probe Omokri. He was part of the government that brought Nigeria to its present predicament. That is it. He was part of that Jonathan government. So it means that he's also, if he's going to probe Buhari, he should probe up to Jonathan government and probe Omokri himself. That is it. No one should be left alone. So that is what Omokri is trying to say, saying that Tinubu should probe Buhari. And at the same time, Buhari wanted to run to Niger but could not because of the military coup in Niger. Now he's stuck in Nigeria. So thank you for listening and let's have a comment.